Good morning, traders. So good to be with you on this 2nd of April. This morning, we're going to let this play out a little bit. This oil market can run in cycles, and our data suggests to us that the best thing to do this morning is take a little later entry than 6 o'clock. So we're going to pass on 6, and I will encourage you to stay tuned because it won't be much after 6 that we'll get additional information and make a decision on how we're going to play out the day. Okay, what we're going to try and do here is buy this on this pullback. So I'm going to just let this get down, hopefully right there, about as far as it's probably going to go. It may come a little further. We'll see. Okay, traders, this is again the continuation of the April 2nd video, and everything is, if you've tuned in earlier, you know what we've talked about this morning, and it's doing exactly what we had hoped for. And we are now confirmed to going up. You can see I've got some lines at around 62.34, 35. That is where we will be taking some profit. So let's stay tuned, but all's good right now. And I hope you got in with me about 30 or 40 points down the trail. Okay, so we're still in the trade. We're going up. I did kill the first trade, locked in the profit, which is really a nice thing to be able to do. You see the drawback that happened at 7 o'clock, so we re-entered the trade. Once it drew down a little bit, we re-entered the trade, and now we're in the trade, same trade, just a second time. And it's a little bit of an advanced technique, but it can be really nice. And no matter what happens today, we're going to be locked in for a really nice gain. So right now we're in the bonus zone, and we're going to take this for another 15, 20 points before we start looking about doing anything. So let's see what happens. Okay, so as you can see, this part 2 of the original trade. So if you remember right, we got in earlier, came up, locked in our profits, got out of the trade, re-entered the trade, still felt good about going up, but there was a possibility of a reversal, so we guarded ourselves against that. And now we are in part 2 of the same trade and making some real nice progress. Stay tuned. I'm going to come up with some indicators for our second dip into the profit bucket. Okay, so if you see that red line right there, anytime you see a red line on the screen, that is a hard potential stop. And so I would say to anybody that is looking at this and wants to take their profit right now, it'd be a great time to do it. I'm going to hold the trade. We've locked ourselves in for some profit on this. I do feel like it could continue to go, but oftentimes when you see these red lines on our screens, that's a pretty good barrier. There's a reason it's there. And so let's watch and see if this will actually finish over that line and continue on. But it's going to have to take a pretty hard push. Okay, so as you can see, what we've done is we've reversed our position. We're going to take this trade now going down, as I discussed earlier. Big bounce off of this red line right here. That's a pretty strong barrier. And so we're at a point now where we're just not going to give the money back. So we'll see what happens here. But as I said earlier, getting out at this level right here would be a smart idea. What I'm doing now, I don't know that I would recommend it for everybody, but we'll see how it plays out. I'm not gonna give this a chance to get too crazy. So as you can see, it's this is turning out nicely. In review, we started way back over here, took this up, got out once, re-engaged, took it up to this red line where we had a pretty hard stop. That's why it's red, by the way. And waited for this, played the bounce, and now we have re-entered the trade, and we're taking it back down. And so this is sort of a part one, part two, part three trade this morning. A little more than normal, but conditions warrant it, and we like the results so far. Stay tuned. Okay, what I'm going to do is move this stop in real close. If it stops me out, I'm okay with that. I'm going to just take the profit. We're at a point now where this time of day, this market can definitely slow down. And so I'm going to move this stop in all the way to that point right there. And if it stops me out, it stops me out. And we take what we can get out of the trade. If it wants to continue down, happy to take that also. But we'll see what happens here. Okay, so as you can see, it went ahead and got us, hit that stop. Does not mean this is not going to continue on down. Just means I'm done for the day. We're done for the day. We've had a really, really nice, profitable day. We've managed to hit this up, get out, hit it up a little bit further, and then get it back down. And so it's going to be it's a real nice day, and I hope that you were in it with me for the majority and at least got one of the trades, maybe all of them. Tomorrow is Wednesday, exciting day in the market, and I hope you'll join me early in the morning as we'll be trading the wild rides that happen on Wednesdays together. Thank you, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.